Just two dudes making noise, talking about pro wrestling on the podcast. Big up boys, big loony guys. We be throwing down the rhymes, keeping it live, representing the Lone Star State every damn time. We got Stone Cold Stunners and the rocks people's elbows. Watching wrestle.
Whoa, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ring Rundown, round number 8. As always, I'm joined by my boy SP, the co-host with the most. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, DKZ? How you holding up today? On
I'm
this
holding up
fine
pretty
Sunday
good.
morning.
Yeah, we're coming to y'all Sunday morning, man. I had to watch UFC 304 last night. Plus, I was a little under the weather, so we got a little morning recording going on here. But hey, at least we're getting it out there to y'all. So yeah, man,
Exactly.
what's been man, that Deadpool movie, bro? That was so good.
Hey, no spoilers, man. No spoilers,
I ain't
man.
putting no spoilers out
I
there.
haven't seen it, man. And what sucks is people have been posting cell phone recordings of parts of the movie. So people out there, y'all know who you are. Quit spoiling the movie for people who haven't seen it yet. At least you got to give it a week. You know what I'm saying?
Just enjoy the movie. Why do you need to whip out your cell phone and start? Just enjoy the movie.
Right?
Like, God, what the other thing that pissed me off was I wanted one of those popcorn buckets.
Oh yeah, those were all sold
and
out.
Freaking AMC was literally letting people go in there and buy it without a movie ticket. At least make it to where you have to have a ticket to the movie to see to get the popcorn bucket. But no, there was literally like people like I heard were going in there and buying like 10 and 20 of them and coming out.
And
now
just to flip them. That's all it is. Just to go and buy and flip them, dude. That's all it is.
I see him on Facebook this morning. I got up this morning. I looked on Facebook, bro. Somebody's selling them. They're selling them like $100 to $120 a pop. It's like, bro, I'm so sick of scalpers. It's like, man, go find another side hustle. Like they will scalp anything, bro. Like I remember when that toilet paper issue was going on, there people were scalping toilet paper. Like how low can you go?
Well, did you hear about like the kid who bought like all the hand sanitizer he possibly could from Amazon and then tried to flip it, and then people were either steadily making their own with rubbing alcohol and aloe vera and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not that hard to make.
No, it's not. But yet, didn't he get busted by the cops or something like that trying to do that?
Maybe so. Like
he got busted something.
I do think like we need to have some stricter rules on freaking scalping, bro, because that shit's getting ridiculous now.
Oh yeah, I mean, me and the wife, I took her to go see Missy Elliott, about a week and a half ago, and yeah, people standing outside hawking homemade T-shirts or whatever, and my wife, she's like, I feel bad. I'm like, don't feel bad for those fools. Those fools know exactly what they're doing. Like they're printing off images to try and make money off of Missy Elliott. Like, nah.
That's annoying, bro. Like I remember the PS5 debacle. That was insane. Like,
I mean, so when ICP was on their Bang Pow Boom tour, I believe, you had people. This is back when I was living in California, but they were out in the Grove in Anaheim, Southern California. And there were dudes walking around the parking lot trying to sell bootleg ICP T-shirts, and their merch guy at the time, Tommy, props to Tommy.
That's still messed up, but that's a little bit different. That's bootleggers and scalpers, but that is also messed up. It's kind of in the same kind of group. It is.
It's still BS.
It's still dirty, yeah.
But yeah, he came out with a security guard trying to find the dude, and I think the dude kind of like hid the bag so he wouldn't get popped and arrested. But still, it's like, dude, like, you got to kind of respect the hustle for trying to do what they're doing, but also at the same time, you're committing major copyright infringement. I guess would be the term that I'm looking for.
What annoys me is people that buy stuff that people need and buy stuff and they buy it all up and then they just go and sell it back to them for like triple the price. That's like literally that popcorn bucket. That's not for freaking reselling, dude. That's for somebody just to go to see a movie and get the popcorn bucket. Like, and then you have these jokers not even going to see the movie. They don't give a shit about Deadpool. Just go and buy 10 and 20 of them just to flip it back to people because people can't get it because you bought it all, you asshole. What?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's weird. Now you started coming out of my laptop.
You can hear me?
Yeah, out of my laptop. Hold on.
Oh no, technical
Oh,
difficulties.
there we go. Now you're back in my headphones.
All right, we're not resetting that one. That was too good to reset. So
No,
y'all just have to
man.
bear with us in
Let's
our
just keep
technical.
rolling with it, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
y'all got to
we're
bear with our technical difficulties here. All right, so
well.
without further
First of all,
ado,
so before we get into the topics, we do have a bit of some 3 breaking news stories. So one, in the world of WWE, Beth Phoenix is no longer under WWE Legends contract. Her contract has expired. So now the question is, will she join her husband Adam Copeland in AEW?
I think that's a full-blown conclusion, bro.
You think?
Oh yeah, most likely. If not that, she's just ready to go home and just chill. But I think she's good. I think we're gonna see her pop. Maybe not steadily, but like he is. But we're gonna see her popping up at times in AEW.
It's possible. I mean, I think the biggest, well, obviously she couldn't do it because she would, like I said, like we discussed, she was under Legends contract, but is with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage's feud that they had going on over the TNT title. And then you had the interference of Mother Wayne, with the patriarchy group. I think that could have been something that they could have definitely explored. But now that Beth Phoenix is no longer under her Legends contract, man, it's going to be interesting to see if she does pop up in AEW. Could she, or just stay at home with her kids? What do our people out here in the world think's going to happen?
I think we're gonna see her over there for sure. Like I said, maybe not like steadily, you know what I'm saying, but we're gonna, she's gonna have to pop up at times.
She'll probably pop up. Second thing, Mason and Mansoor have debuted in ROH and AEW. There was a lot of speculation that they were going to be showing up there after they were released from, I believe, TNA Wrestling is where they were at.
Yeah, I'm glad to see those guys. They've worked hard since being released from the WWE. I'm kind of impressed that they stayed together and they made it work. So I'm glad to see it's paying off for them now.
What was it in WWE that you're right? Yeah, it was. It was NXT, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were together. They were the male models.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm glad to see that they made something work on the outside of the WWE and they stayed together and they believed in their team. So it's good to see it's paying off for those dudes.
Last bit of breaking news is last night at AEW's Battle of the Belts, we have brand new 6-man tag team champions in the Von Erich brothers, Ross and Marshall Von Erich, along with Dustin Rhodes. So I think it's going to be safe to say that the Marshall brothers, the Von Erich brothers, will be signing to ROH or AEW now that they're, but when it'll happen, who knows? I mean, just because you won a title in a promotion, a major promotion like that, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get signed to a contract. But
I'm surprised they're not already.
I know it's been talked about in the works. They're probably just trying to figure out logistics because the Von Erich brothers are your current RCW tag team champions. But as we've seen again, I mean, Bishop Khan, who was the RCW heavyweight champion, was also a Ring of Honor trios champion as well too. And he was also, I believe, on contract while being RCW's heavyweight champion, even without having.
But I think that's one thing about Tony Khan. I mean, there's even a lot of people signed to AEW that still do indie dates. I don't think he's too worried about it.
No, and that's
why a lot of people like AEW.
Because they're free to go work these other indie promotions, or
long as AEW takes priority. But so yeah, I don't see that being a problem at all.
Nope. Speaking of the Von Erichs, we saw them defend their RCW tag team belts last weekend down in San Antonio. That was almost a good 4-hour show that we were at, which was longer than most people. So, I'm sorry, longer than most of their shows that they normally do. So
I remember freaking Wrestle Circus. It would go on for 8 hours, and they'd have like a 30-minute. I miss those days, bro. You'd go there, you would go there, and like you were there. It was like an all-day thing, just a stat card, A lot of people complained about it, but we all loved it. Like, but so
yeah,
yeah,
so
I'm glad
those
to
are our
see
three.
you got three
Yeah, those are our three
Texans.
breaking news.
Got three Texans holding the belts, the trios titles. That's pretty cool. Um, a lot of people forget that Dustin's actually from Austin, so it's good to
Or
see they
yeah,
got the
well, he currently
Texans.
lives in Austin.
He does. Yeah, I heard he was from there, but I didn't know he was living there again. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's living here, and he has his own wrestling school, Rhodes Wrestling Academy, that they put on shows on YouTube every few months or so. And I had actually replied to one of his tweets asking if there's going to be shows where they will actually have fans in attendance, and he actually replied back saying soon. So hopefully he'll open up his wrestling academy for fans to come in and participate in and the shows that they put on, because right now it's just strictly in their wrestling school just for YouTube. So
That's pretty awesome. I didn't even know he was living there. That's a lot of wrestlers live in Austin, more than you would believe. I know.
I think just in Texas in general, you know.
Yeah, like I know Kofi lives somewhere around there, and my wife was babysitting, and he like in the big nice neighborhood, them gated communities up there in the hills in Austin. And across the street, she sees Kofi Kingston washing his Range Rover. Like, yeah, it's crazy out there. That's one thing I miss. I miss so much about Austin. You just be walking around, you'll run into like celebrity. Like I saw Mark Henry right there at the movie house, like just chilling. I miss that. But are you ready
All
to
right.
get into some
Yes.
main
Let's
topics
get
here?
into our news. What do we got first here? Round number one.
AEW claiming they're gonna do a 100K event in the AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, so this is something that Fightful Select has reported that sometime in 2025 that AEW is planning on bringing in 100,000 people event to AT&T Stadium. So question is which pay-per-view is it going to be? I think it will be an all-in pay-per-view, or it could be a double or nothing, or it could be an all-in or an all-out, but I think it's going to be an all-in pay-per-view.
I hope they can pull it off, and I think All In would be the pay-per-view to do it. So
I think they most greatly can. And I mean, Texas itself is a big
yeah, people show up in Texas.
big landmark for professional wrestling. I mean,
Yeah, I can see it. That would be great for them. And I mean, hey, if they, bro, more power to them if they can do it, bro. I'll be watching. So,
and I am hopefully predicting that us here at the Ring Rundown will be a part of that major event covering any and all happenings.
oh, I'm gonna try to be. We'll see how it goes, but I will be boots on the ground for sure. I'm only an hour away from there, so definitely have to check that out. I hope it's all in. I think that would be the one to do it, and I hope they have a lot of their wrestlers back from injury. Some people that that the Omegas and stuff like that to put some butts in seats. So, hey, I hope they can pull it off, man. It would surely be an awesome event. And then all in, people will actually travel for that too. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
so you
I
probably
mean,
get
yeah,
people from other countries and stuff.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I mean, you had people here from the States go over to Wembley over there in the UK for All In. I mean, that was a historic match. Oh, that was the other thing. WrestleMania is sounding a lot like will be taking place in London in a future WrestleMania event.
Yeah, that's only natural. I think they've been calling for that. I want them to go back to New Orleans.
Like,
I love when it's in New Orleans.
like it is becoming more reality.
Yeah.
Like Hunter was over in London I think just earlier this week trying to finalize the deal, and he went on
Wembley,
live or
Wembley. I think
don't know. Just said all he
that
said.
would be the
just
one to do it.
and
That's the biggest in the UK is Wembley Stadium. So
possibly. Where is it? Where's the Q2 stadium at? There.
I'm not 100% sure about that one. I just know about Wembley. I know that's the big one.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, Hunter was in London talking with the mayor, and he asked a simple question: "Are you ready?" You know how he does. So that was the other breaking news thing, is that it's becoming more of a potential possibility that WrestleMania will be held in London. Obviously, I don't think it's next year, but it may be the year after.
I'm ready for him to go back to NOLA, bro. I love when WrestleMania is in NOLA. I get to eat good food, and also I remember last time they went to I went to I think 20 wrestling shows in 1 week, and then also WrestleMania. And I remember, dude, I didn't watch wrestling for like 3 months for like not 3 months, but like a month after that. I was just so tired of wrestling because it was just like match and match and match after match and show after show. But it was a great time.
I
All
can
right,
understand that.
all right. Next up, we got Mr. Lashley. Did he ask for his release? I think I saw
No,
that headline, or is he still negotiating?
He's as far as we know, as you know, as stated, he's just been sitting at home. There's been no creative plans for him since spring of 2024.
Last I
And
saw, he won that battle royal, and I haven't really heard anything since. He might have had something after that.
I mean, the tag team that Creative put with him and the Street Profits.
Oh, that stuff that didn't happen.
Amounted just didn't really amount to anything. So they
I
just
thought
kinda,
like visually they look great together. I think they could have did some stuff.
visually they look great, but the delivery on everything just didn't pan out to what they were doing, and so they scrapped that project. And Street Profits are on their own with BFAB. Again, taking on other tag teams. In fact, they just had a hell of a match in the gauntlet match, or the tag team gauntlet match, to determine the number one contenders for the tag titles on SmackDown just this past Friday night.
I think the biggest mistake that the WWE made with Bobby Lashley was breaking up the Hurt Business. That was the best thing he had. The Hurt Business was awesome.
That's where I'm going, because not only has Bobby Lashley been sitting at home since spring of 24, so is MVP. However, MVP has been working the house shows with Amos.
I saw him at the one I was at. He was there with Omos, and they did like an open challenge.
And also, Tamina Snuka has been at home since early 2023. So, and the fact that some of these people, they've just been sitting at home with nothing creative planned for them is just a sign that ultimately they're not going to be around much longer. And there is a potential for the Hurt Business to reunite and possibly in AEW. And that is talking about bringing back Bobby Lashley.
Is Cedric still under contract?
MVP. I'm not sure about Cedric.
I know. What's his name is not, and he has been seen at AEW. What's his name?
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin. I know he's not under contract anymore, and he's been seen at AEW. So
so there is potential for AEW to potentially sign Lashley. If Cedric still is,
I don't know. I think he's just in limbo, but I don't think he's been released though. I haven't heard nothing of it.
I don't think so either. But with essentially, if Lashley, MVP are let go, and who knows what's going on with Cedric, we could see a potential Hurt Business reunion should they be signed to AEW. And I think that would be a great team, a great faction to go up against
the new elite,
a patriarchy, the new elite. Yes, Bullet Club Gold, or not Bullet Club Gold, Blackpool Combat Club.
That's one of Blackpool that would be awesome. The Hurt Business, that intrigues the shit out of me right there.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That would be a good moneymaker.
Oh yeah,
feud to go on. But I mean, there's definitely lots of potential possibilities with the Hurt Business in should they get signed to AEW with all the members.
I mean, Lashley, he might as well. I mean, what does he have to lose? He's just sitting home. Might as well go somewhere and do something else. Because I hope he ends up in AEW, because I don't want to see him in TNA again. Like, I think I've seen my fill of Bobby Lashley in TNA. It was good, but like, I don't know. I just didn't. It didn't. Like he got over there. He was champion and all that stuff, but I don't know. Although you could get him and Moose going at it again.
Oh
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
still,
But I mean that's been played out, and
yeah, I just feel like him and TNA's played out. So we need to see him somewhere different. AEW.
and hopefully we could do, and hopefully we just hope that Tony Khan could book their bigger men better.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
I mean,
I think they've tried lately.
Have you seen what what they've been having Lance Archer do lately? He's just been destroying everybody lately.
That's what he needs to be doing. That's what you need your big men to do. Destroy everybody. Then have one guy finally take it to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
not destroy him, but...
Yeah, we need to get Wardlow back. We need to get Keith Lee back. Bobby Lashley. Joe is out, obviously, but we think he's going to be resuming filming for Twisted Metal Season 2.
I thought that would have been filmed already.
Huh?
I thought that would have been filmed already. It seems like it's been a long time.
Nah, well, you got to remember, though, they were on strike
that's true
for part of last year as well, too.
Yeah.
So, and then plus Anthony Mackie was busy filming Captain America Brave New World, so
yeah, that does make sense. I forgot about the writer strike, but well, we'll see. But yeah, I definitely Lashley and AEW does just sound like a natural thing right now, and get Cedric out of there too, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, ask for that release. Like they ain't doing nothing with y'all. Go do something else, man.
Yeah,
y'all have all the talent too. There's no reason why WWE made that mistake and broke them up. That was so stupid. They had a good thing going, and WWE has to just go and mess it up.
No, not WWE. A certain person.
Well, you know what I mean. I was trying not to say it. Now, this was. Do you think Hunter would have made the same mistake? No. But the damage was done by the time Hunter got the reins. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a few things that he's kind of fumbled on, but
nobody's gonna be perfect.
He's definitely improved where the prior.
The thing about him, he actually listens to the people, and he usually, for the most part, gives everybody what they want. So
as much as he can,
Sometimes you can't always give it because that would make things boring. But
not that, but you're just not going to be able to please everybody.
No.
That's just fact, hands down, is you cannot please everybody. You're going to have all these people clamoring for one thing, and then you're going to have someone, the odd person out who's off camera, who's going to be wishing for something completely different, so.
But to me, like the Hurt Business for a while there, they were hot, just as hot as the Bloodline. Like they were a menacing faction, and I loved watching them. I remember them going to that little underground fighting thing that Shane McMahon had and just dominating everybody.
That third hour, man, that third hour was awesome when Raw went to 3 hours, man. That underground Raw Fight Club thing that they had going on.
It was, some of it was good, but some of it was a little corny, but I see what they were going for.
Well, what was corny was
the dancing chicks in the background. That was
exactly
weird.
That's what it was. Like, okay, you're not trying to bring back Nitro Girls or the TNA cage dancers, stuff like that. So that could kind of be.
It's just some of the way they presented it was just kind of weird. But I thought for the most part it was interesting. Like it was pretty cool. They tried something different, But all right, so moving on. Speaking of people popping up in AEW, we had the one Kamille actually pop up in AEW. Finally, everybody was wondering where she was going, WWE or AEW. Looks like she chose AEW.
And she made a big statement taking out Britt Baker.
That's a big, powerful woman right there.
Oh yeah, and that is going to be.
Spit it out.
I can't even put in words what it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be something, man. Kamille definitely. I mean, her match that she had in AEW back when they were in Daly's place during COVID, man. She is a beast. I would love to see,
and she is a beauty.
Her against. She's very attractive. I would love to see her and Nyla Rose go at it. Her Chris Statlander go at it. Her and Willow go at it. There's definitely lots of Lots of potential.
Now, like, I've always loved her because I used to live in the same town that she's from. She's from Durham, Raleigh, Durham. I don't know if you know about Durham, but that is a rough place, and she's from there. So she has to be a tough woman. I'll tell you that much. That is like, they call it Little Chirac. So, I mean, like, so yeah, you know she's tough. But, I mean, I'm surprised she hasn't been scooped up. It's taken this long to get her in AEW or WWE. It's a long time coming.
So I mean, don't forget.
She was in NWA for a long time.
Supposedly she's been signed to AEW since February of this year. And I think they were kind of holding her back to wait for her to make a statement. And boy, was the timing right for Tony Khan to finally hit her up and say, all right, this is where you're coming in at. We're going to have this. We've got this thing with Mercedes Moné coming in. And guess what? Britt Baker's getting ready to come back and challenge Mercedes for the TBS title, and we're gonna have you essentially be Mercedes's
I like
enforcer.
that,
and you're gonna come in, and
I like the pairing of her and Monet. I think that's a good pairing, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think they like visually they look good together. Like it looks like a pretty badass team. So I mean that's a good way to bring her in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then have her destroy Monet later and turn on her.
You know it's gonna happen.
It will
happen.
Well, let's not rush it though. I like this right now.
Yes,
but,
they need to build this story out for a while. I mean,
they need to have her destroying people.
I mean, dude, they've cooked this Mariah May Tony Storm feud to build for the betrayal by Mariah May for a good year. So I'm thinking we're gonna either get something just about as long or maybe just a little bit shorter than what they were doing for that. But it's gonna happen, and when it does, it's gonna be fabulous.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that she's in AEW. Just me being selfish, I would have liked to see her in WWE, but how many superstars can you really have in WWE? So she probably saw that. Didn't want to get mixed in the shuffle, and she saw that her opportunities were better in AEW, which that's a good win for AEW. I'm glad to see her there. And like I said, she was in NWA Power for a long time. I think since its inception. I think she was Nick Aldis's valet for a while and stuff. That's what she was originally. And so, I mean, I'm glad to see that she's stepping out on her own and she's destroying people. I want to see her destroy all them women. Not all of them, but most of them.
But there's definitely some good matches. I think.
That for sure. I think her and Willow Nightingale would be great. I think that would be
Willow,
great.
her, and Nyla.
That would be good.
Her and Marina Shafir.
Statlander. Her and Statlander would be great.
They would tear it down, definitely. But speaking of Mercedes and Britt Baker, I heard we had a little commotion, a little face-to-face altercation at one SDCC. I
couldn't find a picture of that, but this is the best thing I could find right here, and I know it.
It works. So AEW had a panel at San Diego Comic-Con just this past Thursday, I believe it was. Tony was out there, Will Ospreay, Britt, Willow, Orange Cassidy, and Britt Baker was talking. Mercedes Moné dressed as Poison Ivy, along with Kamille rocking the Bane outfit from The Dark Knight
That's
Rises.
who that I saw the Bane standing off in the background. That is awesome. I gotta go back and that was Kamille. That is awesome. That is I need to see that again.
And
I didn't know who. I thought that was just some random guy, like because I saw still photos of it. That was that's freaking great. That is great.
Kamille as Dark Knight Rises Bane.
That is great.
And Mercedes as Poison Ivy came out and got into a face-to-face altercation with Britt Baker and almost got to a big scuffle. During the melee, Tony Khan announced that at All In, it will be Britt Baker versus Mercedes for the TBS title.
That was good, man. I love when they do stuff like that outside their umbrella, like at a different event. I love that.
And there was photo or video.
I need to go back and watch the
Mercedes,
video.
or Mercedes after that announcement, just going off script and just laying into Tony Khan for allowing the match to happen or for signing the match and making it official, because the whole thing is, obviously Mercedes is afraid to wrestle Britt and everything like that, which I love the storyline that they're pulling up with. And the fact that they brought back Britt to jump to the head of the line to be the next challenger for the TBS title, I think was done.
Well, yeah, that was the
chef's kiss.
That was the obvious move to make. I mean, Britt Baker is definitely like probably their strongest. Well, not so much anymore, but one of their biggest homegrown, female wrestlers. So.
Oh, I mean, Britt Baker was the very first female to sign with AEW.
Yeah, and she's homegrown talent, so it's interesting to see her and somebody that's not homegrown talent that made their name outside of AEW lock horns.
I'm saying it now. I'm calling my shot. Jamie Hayter returns at All In.
That's most likely.
And the question is, will she be there to help Britt? Will she make her return after the match, much like Britt did after Mercedes won the title at Forbidden Door?
Deal with Kamille,
or will she return either through the crowd during the match and throw a cheap shot to somebody? The possibilities are endless on what they will do when Jamie Hayter makes her return.
I think the best thing of this was her dressed as Poison Ivy and Justice. I love that they dressed up.
You're just fixated on that, aren't you?
No, I think that's the best thing. Well, I'm a big nerd, bro. And I love that shit.
I am as well.
But yeah, speaking of people going at it, switching over to a different company, the disrespect here. Good God.
The epic trolling by Drew McIntyre is next level.
He deleted it though. I think he even realized he went too far, but no, leave that shit up there.
That was great. I mean, you can't get any next level trolling than this picture right here with the caption that say, "Yes, it's a real photo. Cry us a river."
That
just you know what I'm saying? So,
I love it. I love it. Keep going at Punk. Keep going at it. The only thing that pisses me off is that he deleted it after. I was like, no, bro, leave that shit up.
Too. Yes, it should have been left up. So the question is, since he deleted it, do you think he did it himself, or do you think he was told to delete it at the direction of WWE?
I think somebody probably, hey, bro, that's a little too far, and he probably, okay, no.
No,
that's not far enough. Keep it going.
So I don't know if you saw. So the match for SummerSlam for next Saturday has been made official. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk.
I bet Punk went and cried to somebody, to the officials. I guarantee Punk went and cried to the officials.
Probably, but Seth Rollins is the special guest referee for this match.
That's weird. That's kind of weird.
How is it weird?
Well, I know that because I don't know what he's going to do there. Like, I know supposedly him and Punk don't like each other, but then...
So that's not it. It's the fact that CM Punk also ended up costing Seth the World Heavyweight title at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
But there ain't no way they're going to let Punk lose. After all, maybe, but I don't
know.
After they just got him back, got to being on the injury and all that, he needs a win, which I don't want him to win. I'd much rather see Drew win because that's just me. I don't like Punk that much, but I'd rather see Drew. And then it's just been pissing me off because, like, poor Drew, man, every time he gets it, he just screwed out of it by Punk. And I think, well, then again, that should be the payoff right there, him utterly beating the shit out of Punk. And then Punk getting screwed by Seth.
Well, don't forget, I mean, Punk's been on the injured list more time than he's had matches in WWE. So,
bro, that dude needs to go eat. He's a vegetarian or whatever. He needs to go eat some beef and get some muscle and that shit to protect them bones. I'm sorry, I'm talking shit, but yeah, a little skinny. Bro, look how frail and skinny he is. No wonder he, you know what I'm saying? That dude stays injured, bro, all the time. Like, he comes back, has like 2 matches. Up, I'm hurt again. And he goes home.
What's funny is
And I can't say anything because my fat ass would probably get in the ring and get hurt too, so.
Well, no, don't. I mean, don't take it like that. But look at all the people that are shit talking AEW for the amount of injured wrestlers that they have. Look at the amount of injured wrestlers that WWE has. You know, so it's. Oh, so I'm gonna lay this out here, for our topic of discussion. 2 weeks. So we got a special guest coming on for next Saturday, Sean, the Real Life Perspective Show. So in our show for the following week, which will be the 10th, which we'll actually need to set aside and figure that out because I'm gonna be working an event down in San Antonio, so we'll need to figure out whether to do it late Saturday night when we get home or maybe Friday night, the night before. But I just completely lost my train of thought where I was going. Topic of discussion. Okay. Topic of the discussion.
Injuries
for that night is doing more shows versus less shows more substantial in wrestlers injuring themselves. So a lot of people could say, okay, the more shows you work, the more chances you have of injuring yourself, whereas the less shows you work,
both can be argued.
Exactly. So that's the argument that I want to try.
I think not saying with the shows, but I think definitely like from what I've noticed, and I could be wrong because there is guys like that.
We'll discuss that come.
But this is different. This is different. Like I think the muscle thing, like the bigger guys get hurt less because they have the muscle to kind of guard the bones. You know what I'm saying? Just from what I see the little guys are more so, and I could be wrong. I don't know the statistics, to be honest. That's just my theory on it.
No, I get what you're saying, but that'll definitely be something that we'll definitely get into further discussion. In 2 weeks. Is more shows lead to more injury, less shows lead to more injury. So everybody watching, let us know. Give us some feedback. Give us your thoughts. Give us your opinions. Let us know what you think, man. We really want to interact with y'all on some of these topics of discussion, man. And we can't do that. We have comments on. We get notifications when there's comments. So please just let us know what you think, man. Like, we're trying to build this thing into something, and we can't do that without y'all. We can't grow without people that watch and listen and subscribe and interact with us on our socials.
And we'll just keep plugging away. But yeah, I mean, I love it. That was a good shot by him. Like I said, I just wish he would have left it up and stood by it. I think that's the only misstep that he made. But I guarantee you, Punk went cried.
You want to get as much heat as you possibly can on being a heel.
And nobody was going to give him heat for this. Everybody just thought it was funny. Like, good job, dude.
It was amazing.
Like, you got
and
that.
Again, just with that caption, with that photo. Yes, it's a real photo. Cry us a river.
Yeah. I just wish you would have left it. But I guarantee you, Punk went cried to WWE. Tell him to take it down.
Yeah,
bitch.
And that's something else. Is reports are saying, oh yeah, Punk's been a great, delightful to work on, and he's been apparently trying to renegotiate his contract to get more money. And it's like, well, yeah, of course he's going to be on his best behavior because he has
more money to make more. Brad, the dude barely had any matches. What the?
It's in his contract that he cannot cause any sort of controversy, backstage antics, what he's known for, why he's been released, along with all these other reports about how trash of a person he is to everybody in the back, So, of course, when you have that contract, when you have that clause in your contract saying if you cause any issues, you will be let go. So
the part that I don't understand is
going to be on their best behavior.
He can't possibly go want more money right now, bro. He's barely done anything. Like, give it a year, bro. Get some matches and get some big moments, man. Like, for real.
Yeah, apparently he's trying to renegotiate his contract, and his contract's not even up for like another 2 more years or something like that.
Whatever. Enough. I'm enough talking about old Phil.
Yeah.
Next up,
Let's move on.
where do you want to go? Do you want to go with the topic of discussion? You want to go to Blood and
Yes.
Guts, MJF's belt?
Let's go MJF belt.
All right, so we got a new American belt from MJF. Yet another new belt. What is this one replacing? The North.
This is his version of the international title.
Okay, I like it.
He's trying to pull, America, which,
bro, if he really wanted some heat, you know what he should have did? Made it the Israeli title because he's Jewish. With all that the Israel Palestine stuff, I think that would have definitely brought. This is the new Israeli title.
More than it would have. That definitely would have created some headlines and controversy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's all that. I don't know. It probably would have been too much, but that's just me thinking like.
So he's so he's doing the whole America proud aspect, which for him is great.
That's awesome
because he is a heel through and through. I wasn't buying this whole MJF he's our scumbag ordeal. I knew it was gonna come out sooner or later.
He's at his best when he's a piece of shit.
Exactly. He is definitely at
plays
his
it to the
best
bone.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember this a side thought. I remember MJF, he had his, at the line or whatever. When at Inspire Pro, he was over there and he had like a line of people. This is before he broke in real big. Mm-hmm. He would charge you $10 to let him in. Like he would charge you $10 to stand there and insult you for 1 minute, and you could record a video. That was his whole thing. Like you had to pay him for him to insult you. Like you go up there, you're fat, you're a piece of shit.
And he's definitely good at it. I mean, and so this obviously is gonna. So we do have our rematch: Will Ospreay versus MJF for the American / international title at All In. So
that match needed to be at All In, man. That was just a banger. I'm ready to watch it again.
It's going to be on Will Ospreay's home turf, as he said, bruv, and it's gonna be interesting to see who actually Tony decides to who's going to go over and pick up the win in this match.
So my question is, do you think if Will Ospreay would win, would he switch it back to the international or the European title? Wait, ain't there a European title?
There's no European
Or title. Would he switch it to the European title? I think that would be
something. I don't know if WWE still owns the trademark on the European title, but if they don't, that would be a great shot across the bow to WWE. I hate to say it, but that's just me saying, just trying to. That's my hot take. Is
I don't think it would be that big of a deal, but it would be a good little low key shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
hot take is yes. AEW bring back and name it the European title.
Now, if they'd bring back the hardcore title, that would be something. That's all I want. I just want the hardcore title to come back. We're bringing back all these belts. Let's bring back the hardcore title. Damn it! I don't care where it is. AEW, WWE, TNA. Just bring back the hardcore title. All right. So next up, we're gonna go to. You want to go to Blood and Guts?
Yeah, let's go Blood and Guts.
All right. So I didn't get to watch it.
Oh my god, dude! This
I know. Every
I'm
time I went to watch it.
Like the actual Blood and Guts match itself is amazing.
I need to at least go watch that. I haven't seen the spoilers. I don't know, but you can spoil me now. I'm still gonna go back and watch it, but I'll purposely avoid the spoilers because I meant to go watch it.
So there was controversies surrounding one of the spots in this match, and that was a chair shot taken by Jack Perry from Darby Allin. Now, it was a spot chair, which means I guess it was shaved down and not as hard. I guess that's I'm trying to figure out how to explain. Like it was a spot. It was a
gimmick
chair made. a gimmick chair made specifically for that spot. It was delivered perfectly, but then of course it created controversy in
Didn't get his hands
concussion
up.
protocol and why AEW felt it was needed for that shot to happen. I think it put a great exclamation point on the match that chair shots few and far in between, and if they're done correctly, can have the impact that's needed.
I think they always need to get their hands up. I mean, and it's more natural. If you see a chair come in the head, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna.
Right. Well, I mean, Jack Perry was handcuffed to the cage.
Oh well, shit.
So,
Okay.
So he couldn't. He could not get his hands.
Well, then there we go.
Anyways. But that's why they chose the gimmick chair to do that spot.
Okay. Well then, yeah. Then that I could see. Okay.
Again, if they're gonna do an unprotected chair shot, then yes, it needs to be a gimmick chair. That's not gonna make, I guess, the standard type of impact, whereas a regular folding chair would.
Yeah, I mean, that does seem like a good visual. You know, him handcuffed and then
He was handcuffed. He was just straight like this. He blood pouring down his face from a scissor jab from Anthony Bowens, and just, I mean, this was a blood.
I need to go watch
blood
this.
And guts. Like
every time I went to watch it, something would happen, and then my attention had to go diverted elsewhere. I think I tried to watch it 3 times this week.
You need to take the 45 minutes or however long this match was to sit down and watch this match.
I'll probably do. I'm going to my in-laws, and sometimes they bore me when they talk, so I'll sit there in the corner and watch it on my phone.
So the last few weeks, AEW has put on damn near perfect shows. Like, there's a couple things that kind of need a little bit of work. But
so that's where the problem is coming, is that they're doing great. From the stuff I've watched, they have some great shows going on, but they need to win people's trust back and get them back to watch it.
And that's what they're building back up to.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully that'll culminate in that 100K seater at the AT&T Stadium. Hopefully that's where that really shows.
Yeah. So you definitely need to go. And then, like I said, the debut of Kamille at Blood and Guts after Britt Baker's match against Hikaru Shida. Man, AEW is definitely back to putting on some great classic episodes of Dynamite, and
it's good. I like to see that they're playing to their strengths.
They just need to keep building on all that momentum. Dynamite this past Wednesday for Blood and Guts, man, was probably one of their best perfect shows. The only controversy that created it was just that unprotected chair shot, even though it was with a gimmick chair.
People need to relax. I mean, is Jack okay? If he's okay, then everything's fine.
He's okay.
And
he's definitely okay.
People need to quit worrying about that. Just enjoy the show. But yeah, Blood and I gotta go watch it. I'll probably go watch it while I'm at my in-laws' house while they're talking. So, but what else we got here? We have let's see where else we going. Oh, we have our topic of discussion. I think this will be our last topic of the morning, not the evening, the morning.
Yes, we are morning. It is, I understand, kind of little confusing trying to figure out what day it is and what's going on. But yes, we are Sunday morning, and we both got things to do later on this evening. We got Baracho Pro here in Austin tonight, which me and the wife will be attending.
I will be attending the Super Show here in Waco with Teddy Long on August 11th. Y'all definitely check that out.
August 11th. I don't know.
It's a Sunday.
In Waco?
Yeah, it's right here in Waco. Teddy Long's going to be the host. I'm definitely going to go to that.
Send me information about that. Maybe we'll
I definitely got off topic, but I definitely got to get the shirts from y'all before that happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that if send me the information more on that show in a couple weeks, and if we can make it up there, then we'll bring the shirts with us. And
if not, I'll take a little trip to Austin.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely send me more information about that show. And And if we
But
can make it, we will.
yeah, I meant to send it to you actually. I just couldn't get a good screenshot. But yeah, so our topic of discussion is, should wrestlers be offended that other people are using their moves? Should they take offense to it? I know some do, some don't. I lean on the side where it's not a big deal. Now I do understand, like, you would hate to have two people in the same promotion using the same finisher and not standing apart from it. That would get aggravating. But like, you know, how we had with Will Ospreay in a totally different company using the Styles Clash, I don't think that's a big deal. I even know AJ Styles even thought it wasn't a big deal, because it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, and I mean,
Now,
like
if he
said,
was in
Cody,
WWE around the same kind of area, like WWE around the same kind of card or whatever, and he's using the Styles Clash as like a finisher, that I can understand that being annoying.
well, so you got to also figure that, I mean, wrestlers are going to use other wrestlers' moves, especially during that match. You know, like it happened. It's happened plenty of times in Rock versus Stone Cold matches.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H versus Rock. What was there was like it was like a fatal 4-way or something like that had The Rock, Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and maybe it was just Rock, Kurt Angle, and Undertaker, just in those three triple threat, but they each used the other's finisher. So it does happen, and it can't, as long as it's done sporadically or intermittently, it makes it like, oh my god, that's so odd. Like, oh my god. And especially when that wrestler who does that move, you know, as their finisher, especially when they kick out of it, it just adds that much more level of excitement to that match.
Other examples, remember the bookend? It was the rock bottom.
And the rock bottom.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, I can, like, as long as it's done, like you said, sporadically and stuff, but I'm not like, and this is never, I don't think this has ever happened. You had two wrestlers using the same finisher on the same show, on the same, you know.
Well, so, okay, another case to be made is Tombstone Piledriver difference between Kane and Undertaker. Undertaker would just hold it directly to where the legs are on each side. Kane kind of was doing that as well, but then changed it to where it was just kind of like, just got like a potato sack over your shoulder and you just pile drive them.
Yeah, I mean, little subtle differences with people, how they do it. And then you, of course, you had the Indie Taker, which was, you know, that's a whole nother thing. But I don't think that it's a big deal. I think, you know, like mimic, like, what is it called? Is the ultimate form of flattery. I think AJ took it there. Imitation.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
And Will Ospreay, it's known that Will Ospreay was a gigantic fan of the TNA Asylum days. That's what got him into wrestling. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I just see it as an ode to AJ Styles. His, you know,
yeah, and that's what AJ Styles saw it as. And I mean, Cody Rhodes has said, you know, my Cody Cutter is a derivative off of Will Ospreay's Oz Cutter. You know, that second rope, leaping back into hitting into a diamond cutter, pretty much. You know.
And then you have like Stone Cold actually giving the stunner to Kevin Owens, like literally verbally told him, go ahead, it's yours now. And then you have Seth Rollins actually getting the pedigree from Triple H. I mean, so, you know, as long as it's passed on and everybody's cool with it, I don't see a problem with it.
Right.
You know,
the only instance that I could really remember somebody getting offended by somebody using another wrestler's move is Hugh Morris, Bill DeMott, got offended when Violent J would hit his top rope moonsault.
It's a moonsault. Everybody does a moonsault.
Everybody
does Bill DeMott.
But Jay would also use it as his finisher move as well too, and yet Bill DeMott would do that as well too. And I guess
Vader, did he go tell Vader that? Because Vader, that used to be his finisher. I bet he didn't go tell Vader nothing. Screw Bill DeMott. That dude ain't shit. The only thing that gets me aggravated is, why are the fans getting upset about Will Ospreay? Like, why do you care so much if he's doing somebody else's move? Just enjoy the show. The move was awesome how he used it. Like that avalanche Styles Clash. The fans getting upset about it. Dude, go touch grass, like for real. Like,
Well, and again, it just shows the bias that that WWE fans have towards AEW wrestlers doing the same thing. But again, you know, if their favorite wrestler does it in WWE, oh my, it's a godsend. Oh yay. Oh my god, I can't believe so and so over in a different company used a move that another wrestler used in my favorite company of all time. Like,
who
it's
cares? Like,
so. So here's the thing, and this is a lot similar in comedy. You know how people like to say, "Oh my, they stole that person's joke. They stole my joke, whatever." There's so much things going on in the world that comedians, they're gonna essentially end up touching on the same topics. It's gonna happen inevitably.
there's only
You
so many
know,
moves the body can do in wrestling. There's only so many different moves.
exactly. So just like in wrestling and just like in comedy, there's only so much you could cover, and unfortunately at times, yes, there are going to be times where the
People think of
same
the
joke
same
you
things.
tell, you oh well, they think of the same things, but they also deliver it a lot differently,
Mm.
you know. So are there instances where comedians do steal jokes from other comedians to make it their own? Yes. And then you just got to try to find that where that line is, where is it the same? Is it kind of the same joke? Yes, but it's a different aspect or a different angle of that joke. Same thing with professional wrestling. You know, and ultimately, it's gonna happen. It's like Thanos. It's inevitable. You know, he's inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's annoying. The fans getting upset. Why the hell are you upset? Like, there's other shit in your life that you should be worried about than Will Ospreay doing a Styles Clash. Like, come on, bro. Do you have a life? Like, for real, that is so stupid. I'm sorry, that's my hot take. Go touch grass, bro. Like, seriously, go get some air. You know. But I mean, and then AJ Styles. Bet they were let down. AJ Styles is like, I don't care. Like, it's flattering to me. Like, oh man, we were hoping you would get mad. It's whatever. Like, just let the dude be, bro. Just enjoy the wrestling. Enjoy the show. That was awesome. An Avalanche Styles Clash. I haven't seen that before. And I know it's not saying it hasn't been done, but it still looked awesome. Well, anything else you want to say about this topic?
Not really much, man. Other than just shit's gonna happen. People are gonna use other wrestlers' moves. Get over it.
You can only
Enjoy
think
the
of so many
wrestling.
moves to do. You know what I'm saying?
Wrestling is for everybody, y'all. Everybody enjoys wrestling. Just let people enjoy it. Quit letting somebody piss in your Cheerios in the morning and getting upset and ass hurt about another wrestler in another company using a move developed by somebody who either they idolized or it just so happens to be in their arsenal as well too. You know, I mean, I've been to WWE house shows in the past when I lived out in California. I think I've seen Rey Mysterio deliver a Styles Clash. I've seen Billy Gunn deliver a Styles Clash. You know, so it happens. It's going to happen.
You
Get
can
over
only
it.
think of so many
Get over
moves to do.
yourself.
There's only so many moves.
and enjoy the show. And you're there to enjoy the show, not to sit there and critique everything going on. I mean, yeah, critiques are going to happen, but you're going there, just have a good time, escape from the world reality of what's going on around you, and just live in the moment, you know?
Don't be worried about getting on freaking Twitter and Reddit. Oh, look what he did! Who cares? Just enjoy, like he said, just enjoy the show. But
Yeah.
that's our last topic of the morning. And so remember, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, interact with us. We'll be getting out there more. What's any updates, SP, before we put a bow on this?
Not really much. We'll be coming. I'll be gonna be uploading some RCW footage from last Sunday as well, along with the little wrestling trivia went to. It's just been, as you know, work has just been a nightmare, and with everything else that we got going on, we're going to be doing some toy shows and everything like that in August. So Lysa will need to get with you and figure out a recording schedule that'll work for the both of us.
Late that night will be fine. Whatever.
Yeah. So our topic of discussion for next week will be our favorite wrestling memory or experience you saw at a live event or on an episode of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Rampage, whatever. Just any of your favorite wrestling moments you
We all
saw.
have those moments that we remember and hold on to that stick apart in our head. So what is yours? You know?
Yes, well, let us know what yours is, and we will be back next week with ours for a brand new episode of the Ring Rundown.
Round number 9.
Number 9. Kind of like the homie Tech 9.
Oh, yeah.
Tekanina.
F everybody but me. But, all right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. For SP, I am Dropkick Zombie. Over and out. Have a good day, everybody.
We two loony guys catching eyes with our hype, talking pro wrestling, making all the fans unite. In the ring we swing like a rhyme making machine with moves so mean, leaving opponents in a dream. You're rocking the mic.